The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Hit him with a left jab. The straight right just misses. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Moves left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This fight has a real good flow to it. Well done with that counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Billy Dibb in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the score. What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. Punch. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Oh, right there. Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. How is this fight still continuing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But
whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Billy Dibb in trouble. Looks like trouble was averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Catch and shoot. Punch, counter punch. Talk about Billy Dibb in that last round. What would you tell this?
Get your mind back
on to the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Going to be a knockdown at least.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Billy Dibb is dazed and confused. And now they're right back into the fray.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
Miss with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Billy Dibb in that last round. Well, we're entering Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter shot. Looking to land the hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And that hook misses. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox the fight and beat them on points.
Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Nice. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Billy Dibb in some serious trouble. Let's talk about Billy Dibb in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it was like two different...
Time for the 5th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They exchange punches. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Those counter punches have to hurt. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Swing and a miss with that hook. Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Billy Dib in trouble. It appears at the and he is forcing him to take a knee.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
7, 8.
You know the scorecard. Let's talk about Billy Dib in that last round. And a round that's...
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
There's the bell to start round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he misses with that jab. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The perfect counter lands. Lucky that hook didn't score. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Billy Dib in that last round. Well, this is the time that the... Here we go, it's round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight.
Oh, Linares goes to the canvas. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
You've got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Billy Dib is dazed and confused. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
They need to turn this around halfway through.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
They're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Good counter punching. You'd like to see more jabs. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. You've got to wonder how... And there's the bell for round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
There's a counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Counter punch. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. And that'll do it. Linares is down. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Linares in that last round. What a huge... And there's the bell for round 9. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice counter punch. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
The Venezuelan is rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That hook doesn't score. Nice counter. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Billy Dibb in that last round? Well, he is glad to... This is the 10th. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. He misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Billy Dibb in that last round. I'm worried about these two. At start 11. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above.
Whoa, Johnny! Billy Dibb on the back foot. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit, because if...
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And Billy Dibb just got stopped. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there.
Are you okay? You're out of here.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.